you're having a good Saturday evening. I'm going to do a live stream, which is basically just a practice play along sort of thing. And maybe if you're watching, you'll enjoy it, or not. You won't, I don't know, but I'll be up there anyway. So if you want to participate, grab your guitars and play along. And it's pretty much, this one's just going to be a fairly full-on, ferocious alternate picking type thing. All right, lots of different alternate picking stuff. More alternate picking stuff that you can shake a stick at. All right. So that's the idea. That is the idea. We're going to kick off with some nice, simple-ish warm-up scale practice. And the scale we're going to warm up with is good old C major, C Ionian. This one. The well-worn, well-known. Do you know how to play C major? I hope you do. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and descend from that point. String up a string. I'll give you the verbal tab anyway if you want, right? So we've got 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 12, 13, 10, 12. Descend from that point. All right, and it's a bar of semiquavers going up and a bar of semiquavers going down. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. All right, I've got a cheesy little backing track to play along with. I'm going to start off with 120 beats a minute. All right, 120 beats a minute, 16th notes. And the idea is we're going to do 8 repetitions. All right, 8 reps of each scale, of each tempo. All right, so here we go. Here's the first one. Grab your guitars. Play along. This is 3. It's like Frankie Valli's Chop Builder, but without the boards. 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. All right, so that was our nursery slope of 120 BPM. We're going to crank it up to 135. All right, same thing, 8 reps. Okay, 135. Okay, get ready to play. Get ready with that guitar. Ready, steady, ready, go. Five. I think 2 more. Yeah, okay. All right, and now we're going to hit our first big milestone of 150. And so give you a little bit of a run at this. We're going to do 8th notes for sort of maybe 2 reps, and then we'll do our 8 repetitions of 16th notes. All right. I'll wait till the progression comes around again. Eighth notes. Here we go. One more time with 8s. We're going to burst into 16th notes. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Relax. Four more. Last one. Yeah, I should be fairly comfortable. Well, it was for me. I don't know how it was for you. How was it for you, baby? Don't answer that question. I'm going to crank it up now just in 10 BPM increments, right? So now I'm going to go to 160, 160 beats a minute. And we'll do 8s for 2 and then 16ths for 8. 8th notes. Get ready, here we go for to the 16ths. Here we go. Alright, starting to get a little harder. Still not killing myself though. Let's go up 170 now, 170. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 notes or 2. One more time then, into the 16th straight in. Last couple of reps a bit dodgy there. The little breather, and we will attempt 180. Whoa! Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so we're going to try and get to 180, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to move that scale position up. I'm going to move it up to this one. It's like F Lydian, right? F Lydian. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm enjoying playing my guitar very much. It's amazing what a bit of focus and attention can do. I've really only been at this sort of solid getting back into guitar since about January after neglecting my playing for 4 years or something like that. And it's amazing how quick it's come back, and also sort of addressing things that maybe I haven't addressed before. So, you know, still hoping I can improve after playing guitar for 35 years. Yeah, but still things I'm working on. All right, okay, so we're going to attempt this 180. We'll have to see how we go. Solid, right? So, yeah, I'll try and do 8 reps. I might not make 8 reps. If I'm playing and it's feeling good, I'll keep going. If it's starting to get a bit ropey, I'll stop after 4. Right, here we go. Yeah, it's motoring, right? Yeah, I lost it after about 4. It was 4 good reps. It's got like lifting weights. I'm lifting weights now, so it's a bit like you start lifting thinking this is fine, and then the more reps you do, it's like, oh god. So those last 2 reps were tough. It's just the but the good news is, right, so 180, I was kind of killing myself at 180 admittedly, but if you go back to 150, which seemed like kind of like demanding before, now it's going to seem utterly pedestrian. Yeah, you can see that seems now. Yeah, okay, right. So there was a fairly brutal warm-up. Right, so we're going to get into some picking exercises. We're going to do some single string stuff, right? Single string stuff, and then some 2-string stuff, 2 note per string, and then some 2 note per string stuff. Might do some 4 note per string stuff. I don't know, not quite decided yet. All right, so let's get that plectrum going, shall we? Let's do a little tremolo picking exercise. Let's go up to 180, and we're just going to do a tremolo pick on 14th fret G string, which is a note of A. All right. Let's see if we can keep that going for, I don't know, 16 bars or something like that. You'll do the 8th notes and then 16ths. All right. Let's do the 8s. 2, 3, 4. 16ths. The right hand relax. too bad. All right, so now let's look at our first little synchronization exercise. It's a really simple 3-note thing. We're just going to play this, which is the notes of C, B, A, which you'll have definitely heard before. I've actually taken the piss out of this before as being Carl Santana's best lick. I mean, that's not unfair, because it's a great lick. You play it fast, it's a great lick. It's a great lick. We're going to alternate pick it, right? And because we're going to play it like a triplet, we're going to take the tempo down initially to just 110 BPM, just for sort of maintenance, ease of continuation, because as you see, as we keep playing, it's going to get a little tiring. All right. So let's just see where we are then. Let's do 8th note triplets, 16th note triplets. Right, okay, so 8th note triplets, very pedestrian. Grab your guitars and play along. 2, 3, a body. And easy. The double time this, Alrighty, let's reverse it now. Let's go, instead of C, B, A, let's go A, B, C. Try and double time that. So what we could do here is we can make a little line out of it. Let's make a little line out of it. And let's go C, B, A, and then go up to the next scale degree, which should be what that be? E, C, B, and let's go up to the next scale degree, which should be E, B, C, E, B, C. And we'll play each one twice, right? This is kind of like Vinnie Moore, Al Di Meola type thing. Let's do half time, double time again, right? Half time, double time. Half time, 8th note triplets. I'm going to go into double time. Let's reverse it now. So we're going to go A, B, C, and then B, C, D, B, C, D, then C, D, E, C, D, E, then back to B, C, D, B, C, D. Play that, right? Okay, half time, 8th notes, 8th note triplets. Play along, grab your guitars, no crapping out of it now. We're going to do double time. Alright, not too bad. Now what we could do then with this idea is we could extend it up, right up through the scale, right? Just keep going up diatonically. What is C major, A minor? So that would be the idea, right? So let's kind of make that sort of line out of it. Again, if you could listen to Vinnie Moore and Al Di Meola, you would hear these sorts of lines. Al Di Meola will play this for extremely fast with muting, pan-muting, which I can't really do. It's amazing sounding. Anyway. We can play it descending if we want. Descending. And then let's reverse it. So we're going to go ABC this time. This way now. descend that way. So let's just make the 2 lines out of this, and just for giggles, let's crank the tempo 120 a little bit quicker. Okay, get ready to play this. We're going to play ascending, descending with their CBA configuration, and then we'll try with the ABC configuration. Descending first, then ascending, if you see what I mean. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do the ascending configuration now. Get ready to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, sounds pretty good. So that's like a single string thing. There's lots of things we can do with single string things. Okay, so let's leave that. Let's do some 3-note per string, 2-string ideas, alright? So the first one I've got is pretty simple. 6-note ascending pattern. Let's stick with our triplets. We're going to stick with our 120 triplets. It's just this, very simple, like. I'll do a bit of a tune. Let me just tune that up. So the notes are just B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. So on the D string, got D string, we're going to go 9, 10, 12, and G string, 9, 10, 12, exactly the same. Yeah, drifted a little bit. Yeah, that's G string. You got flat. Okay, so this is a lick. I mean, it's a dead simple lick, right? Starts with a downstroke. So this lick, it really works on what's called the outside cross. Down, up on the adjacent string. I mean, it's just such a well-known lick. Again, I'm going to go back to 110 just for sustainability, and we'll do one chorus with 8th note triplets and one chorus. When I say one chorus, it's like it's like 8 bars, and the sequence is 8 bars. Or was it 16 bars? I don't know. So this is 8th note triplets. Then we're going to go to 16th note triplets. 2, 3, 4. Relax. Relax, right hand. And let's reverse it. So reverse when I go. This scratch is now inside cross. Double time. Maintain. Relax. Now what we could do is we could combine the 2 licks together, like an ascending 6 and a descending 6, and get this. So ascending up 6, A, B, C, D, E, F, then moving up and descending down, G, F, E, D, C, D. A little position shift there, fingering 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, move, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. Alright. So let's do this in 8th note triplets. 2, 3, 4. Then get ready. At the end of this, we're going to do double time, 16th note triplets. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Hope you're playing along at home. All right, very good, very good. Okay, so now I've got a couple more sort of 2-string things we can do. Here's the first one. This is just like an 8-note thing. So it's going to play at 16ths. And this one is going to practice the outside cross, which is, of the 2 crosses, the one I'm better at. So what we got on the D, 9, 10, 12 on the G, 9, 10, then back 9 on the G, then 12, 10. So simple, right? And this one, we're going to do it 1-5-0, all right? 150 beats a minute, 16th notes. We'll do like 1 chorus through, 8 bars through, and 8th notes, and then 8 bars through, and 16th notes. This is our 8s. Get ready, 16th notes. Straightforward. Make sure 2 hands exactly together. And here's the reversing pattern, which is this one. This pattern is inside cross. I'll do this for 8 bars, then I'll show it to you. Alright, so what was that? So we've got this. There's G12, 10, 9, and then D12, 10, 12, back to G9, G10. So again, 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you play this down, up, so there's your inside cross motion, which personally I don't like very much, not so good at it. Alright, so that was that one. Let's do a couple of tricky, demanding 5-note things, right? So these still are 2-string ideas, but there's 5 notes in the lick, and this makes it tricky because every time we play the lick, the picking is going to reverse. All right, so let me show you. Now, if I play that lick twice, down, up, down, and then the next time I start, I've got to start with an upstroke, up, down, up, which means that the cross will reverse every time. So first time, down, up, inside cross. Then start with an upstroke, outside cross, inside cross. So you see that every time you play it, the cross reverses from inside to outside, and this will tend to mess your picking hand up because almost habitually players have got one cross that they're better at, that they prefer, and they're always trying to play that cross. So when you play a lick like this and you're forced to do both crosses, it really highlights the, where's the technical deficiency? And it's, for me, it's the inside cross, right? So anyway, that's the lick, groups of 5. And let's play it. So it is a 5-note lick, but we're going to play it as 16th note. So it's also going to have a rather interesting syncopated crossing over the time effect, which is pretty cool. So again, we'll do 8th notes, then 16ths, tempo 1-5-0, right? Okay, here we go, 8s. Okay, so it's kind of rhythmically interesting. There. Right, so now, if that wasn't tricky enough, we're going to do one which is the other way around. We're going to do 2 notes, then 3. Still 5 notes, but 2 notes on the G, and this time 3 notes on the D. It's kind of... Well, let me play it first. So let's talk about that one a little bit because it's a little tricky. Right, so the notes, we've got F, E, B, C, B, 5 notes, right? So we've got down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Outside cross to start with, outside cross, then on the repeat, inside cross. Your plectrum will hate you, your right hand will hate you playing this lick. It just feels really, really messed up and weird. Okay, so if you practice both of those, that addresses both crosses, both inside and out. So that's pretty groovy. What else have we got here? So let's do a couple of 2-note per string things, right? Because again, this deals with the inside and outside cross variations. So let's do some simple pentatonic things, right? So here's a very simple thing. And that's as low rent as you could possibly get, right? 14, 12, 14, 12, G and D string. I'm going to start with a downstroke. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And so this is going to always be inside cross. Every time you play it, it's inside cross. Right, it's a really low rent lick, but it's still quite fun. So let's do this. We're going to do this one again, 8s and 16s, right? 8s. Do 4 more bars of 8s. Then we're going to crank the 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's reverse it. So this time we're going to go. Again, we're going to crank the 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a little variation lick. Quite good fun. Have a listen. One, two, three, 4. And then let's see what else we got. We could do this one. This actually be a C major 7 arpeggio, which still sounds pretty groovy. Let's do the same arpeggio ascending, 1 octave higher. Okay, ready, we're going to crank the 16ths. Here's a little variation on the 2-note per string thing. So what we could do is, using this C major 7 arpeggio, we could go. Just very circular, right? I mean, really, this could be a triplet. You could play like. But what we're going to do is we're going to play the 16th note instead. So let me fire the backing track a little bit louder so you can hear it. We'll just do this lick for 8 bars. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now basically any 2-note per string thing you can do like that. There's a myriad, I love that word, myriad. There's a myriad of things we can do with these 2-note per string things. So, for instance, if we've got a 2-note per string thing, and we're thinking about pentatonic scales, play the middle 2 strings of each pentatonic pattern. come up with something like that. So let's try and play that, shall we? More like a lick rather than a repeating pattern. But just a show application, right? Alrighty, so good, you see we can apply that. Well, let's crank the tempo up a wee bit. I'm going to do some more challenging licks. Since I think I can, let's crank the tempo up to 180 and let's do a couple more 3-note per string ideas just to finish off this 2-string synchronization thing, right? So here's this little lick, which is just a bar of 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, so you got B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, B, C. Fingering is all just 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. You want the verbal tab? Alright then. 9, 10, 12, 9, 12, 10, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 12, 10. That's that. Cheesy, right? Alright, here's monstrous 180, and we'll do 8th notes and then we're going to blast 16th notes. Oh yeah, monster. Right, here's the 8s. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Control. Another 8 bars. Oof. It's not so much the tempo which is manageable, it's just the continuous nature, right? So that's quite tricky. We've got one more. Let's see if we can think of one more like this. Yeah, I mean, all we're going to do in this one is just dispose of the first bit. So we're just going to do this circular thing. That's it. That's it. I'm going to do this at 180 as well. Now we keep the 2 hands exactly synchronized. Play 8 more bars. 2 hands exactly together, mind. Oh, all right, so those are getting challenging, right? Okay, so I think that's enough of our sort of, single string and 2-string things. We've done a lot of that. The thing is, you could come up with books of material just on 2-string things, right? So we're going to move on now to some all 6 strings. And we're going to go back to playing at a slightly slower tempo with triplets. We're going to move around a little bit. So here's a couple of octave things we're going to try. We're going to try this octave shifting pattern. So we're going to send up A, B, C, D, E, F, then same 6 notes 1 octave higher, A, B, C, D, E, F, same 6 notes 1 octave higher. And moving up a position and descending 6 notes, G, F, E, D, C, B, descend an octave, descend an octave. All right, so grab your guitars, let's try this. that's the idea, right? But we're going to go to 110 just to sort of make it maintainable so we're not absolutely killing ourselves. 8th note triplets, then 16th note triplets, right? So less manic than the last couple of examples. Here we go, 8th note triplets. Let's do 8 more bars just to warm this up. Double time. Tired there after a little bit. All right, so and we could do that with any of our three upper string shapes. Can all be divided up into little octave shapes, and we can do things with them. Actually, you can play almost everything this way, which is a whole other can of worms. I'm not even going to open it up. Let's just do this variation. We're going to extend this from just being a 6-note repeating pattern into a 12-note pattern. Let's break that down a little bit. 12 notes up, move position, 12 notes up, descend, 12 notes down, 12 notes down. Alright, that's the idea. Do this a couple of times, half time. She's starting on an upstroke here. Weird. Okay, get ready. We're going to do this double time, alright? Double time. The tempo 110. So it's not so fast, right? It's fast, but it's not too fast. I'll just wait till it comes up again. Okay, get ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it's pretty groovy. Here's another thing we can do, which I like to call scale sandwiching, right? And the idea with a scale sandwich is that you ascend up through one pattern and then descend down the next. So for instance, you could ascend up through C Ionian, C major, then move and descend through the next shape diatonic, which would be D Dorian. So we get this. Alright, so let's try that. Still sticking with 110, so we're not killing ourselves tempo wise. And let's do 8th note triplets. 2, 3, 4, yeah. Go round again here. Do 8 bars, 8th note triplets. Two, three, 4. Fatigue setting in on what the sort of 6th or 7th rep does start getting tiring. What I might do in a bit is we'll do one of these ultimate endurance things where we just keep playing the same lick and we'll see if we can play it for a minute or to the point where the form breaks down. It's a bit like when you're lifting weights, you know, you rep till failure, and there is always a failure point somewhere. So we'll do that as a demo, we'll rep till failure. Okay, so let's extend this idea now by sandwiching all 7 diatonic shapes together. So what we're going to do is we're going to ascend up, F Lydian, descend down, G Hypsilidian, ascend up, A Aeolian, descend down, B Lorphian, ascend up, C Ionian, down D Dorian, up E Phrygian, and down F Lydian, up G Hypsilidian, and if we can squeeze it in, down A Aeolian at the octave. It's a bit of a squash there, I'm really running out of space. I'll do my best. I'm going to tackle this then. Well, I'll do it like one time, 8th note triplets, 8th note triplets, and then 16th note triplets. Let's see, get my cheesy little backtrack. I know the backtrack is very cheesy, I just knocked up and banned in a box. Don't kill me. Long. Right, so that's the whole exercise, big long scale exercise. We'll wait till it comes up again and we'll double time this 16th note triplets. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tough, that last pattern, there's not really quite enough access. Let's give it one more go, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually missing one of the notes there just because the horn of the guitar is in the way a wee bit. Still, it is a great exercise and quite a challenge. Phew, how are we getting on? Is our fingers dead yet? Our whole brain is completely dead. Alright, so is there any other scale stuff I want to do? Let me see. We could try a couple of sort of scale sequences or patterns. So let's do a couple of weirder ones. Alright, weirder ones. So here's a thing that you should be familiar with. A little pedal tone idea, right? So this idea. So let's just demo this on a single string and then you'll see we're going to move it through the scale. Now back to 150, right? Let's do 8s. Double time. Okay, so what we could do is we could move that idea just up and down the scale shape diatonically. Very neoclassical sounding, right? Let's bring the tempo down a wee bit, just not killing ourselves quite as much. Now let's apply that idea to an actual scale shape. an interesting thing to try. So the point about any of these ideas really is that if you think carefully about the idea, then just think of all the things you could squeeze out of it. So if you've got something as simple as this, what could you do with it? Well, you could move up and down a single string. You can move it across, say, sets of 2 strings. You can move it across scale shapes. There's a million and billion one things you can do with any simple idea. So if you get a little simple sequential pattern, whatever it is, then just try and milk it for all it's worth, because you can get a lot of material out of it. Here's another little single string thing we can try. It's great for left and right hand sync. Since we're on the neoclassical bandwagon, this thing. Everyone plays this, every neoclassical rocker plays this. Whoops. Forget about that, we'll fix that one in post. Alright, so what can we do with that? We'll get this. Up and down a single string, right? So we could do that with it, right? And then you could do it, you could take the idea and then descend a scale with it. So point is, any single idea, there's tons of things you can do with it. So I think the moral of the story is milk it, milk it, milk it. Right, so I'm getting to the point where I think I'm done. I've got a couple of other little things I'm gonna do. We're gonna go back to our 2 note per string things, right? 2 note per string things. I'm gonna show you a couple of interesting intervallic ideas just to finish this off, all right? So back to our 150 tempo, and I've got this rather interesting thing I was mucking about with the other night. I'm quite fond of parallel shapes. This is just like intervals of fourths, right? So from fret 12 to fret 17. There's some interesting sound to it. So I'm going to give you the pattern. We'll try and play it in 8s, maybe try and play it in 16s, and then I'll give you some sequences we can put inside it, and then some interesting things we can do. This might be a challenge to play ascending and descending 150. Let's do 8th notes to see how we go. 8s first of all. 8th note triplets. Try 16ths. Yeah, a little tricky. Alright, what can we do here? Let's try a couple of different sequences inside these fourths. Let's do ascend 3 strings, back a string, ascend 3 strings, back a string, ascend 3 strings, back a string, ascend 3 strings, right? Let's try that. 8s, 2, 3, 4. Then we could descend, down 6, back a string, down 6. Let's do triplets. Sounds pretty interesting, right? Let's try 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. do? We do like a string skipping thing. Interesting sound. 16ths. Like that. Pretty awesome, man. What else can we do with this? Well, here's an interesting little thing. Here's a pentatonic pattern you probably absolutely know. Low rent pentatonic pattern, right? You almost certainly learned at one point. And we play it in a pentatonic scale, it does sound great. But what if we took that pattern and put it in this mad thing, and then we get absolutely insane, right? Now, if we want to get really, what we could do is extend the interval from fourths to fifths. Now, if we do fifths, we'll actually get this F sharp, which is a little bit out of key for the track, but it's going to go by so fast, no one's really going to notice. So let's see if we can put our little sequences inside this. Interesting. That's a challenge. And then put a little mad pentatonic thing inside it. What might that sound like? 2, 3, 4. Admittedly, that's getting fairly insane and extreme. And let's do maybe one other thing with this interval stuff. We had our pentatonic ideas before. What would happen if we took some of these wide intervals, still keeping diatonic to the scale, but came up with some lines? So what have we got? Then, oh, then, that. We develop something with that. Oh, ran out of track there. I'm just making this up as I go along now. Is you can have endless fun with this stuff. You really can have endless fun with this stuff, coming up with just weird and wacky variations. And the thing is, if you come up with this stuff, you're going to start sounding, well, you're not going to sound like most average guitar players, put it that way, because you're playing things which just not quite the usual thing to play, which I like. I like things which are unusual. And let's see, have we got anything else here? Let's have a think about this. So we've done plenty of one string things, we've done some two string things, we've done some 6 string things. Let's see, so I think we might be kind of done here. Shall I finish off? What shall I finish off with? I'm going to finish off just jamming over something. We've done lots and lots of really hardcore stuff, so maybe just to finish this live stream off, let's just finish off on a different sort of feel, get away from this monstrously metal A minor backing track and do something a bit tasteful and a bit, musical. It's not been very musical, admittedly. So let's see what we got. What can we do? Alright, so let's commit this sacrilege and Let's see. Yeah, let's do something kind of outside-ish, which I've played on lots of times before, but yeah, what the hell. Let's just finish this off. Where's my little A minor 6 backing track? Right. Yeah, this A minor 6 vamp. Play all this all the time. I like it. go. Oh, that'll do. It wasn't my finest out at the end, but never mind. The rest of the stream was good. So, hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you again for another one. Hope you found it useful. Give me your feedback in the comments. Love, hate, whatever it is, let me know. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. See you later.